Good afternoon. Welcome to Morning Ias. We'll discuss current affairs of 2000 to 21st February 2022. First, sorry, this is slightly mistake. Sorry, 1 second. We have to make it. Sorry for the technical default. So let's start. First, governance. New India Literacy Program. Recently, new scheme, that is New India Literacy Program. New India Literacy Program for a period of financial year 2022 to 2027. That is of 5 years to cover all aspects of adult education to align with national education policy has been approved. So the program is New India Literacy Program. It is for adult education in the line of National Education Policy 2022 has been approved. It is also in line with Budget 2021-22, which announced that increased access to resources, online modules, and covering entire gamut of adult education will be introduced. The estimated outlay of the scheme will be around 1,037 crore, right? Which includes central share of 700 crore and state share of 337.90 crore respectively. The term adult education will be replaced by education for all, right? So, right to education, it comes under Article 21A, and which is a fundamental right. It is also mentioned in DPSP. So, the responsibility of the state to provide education to all the people. That's why the slogan is education for all, and the program is New India Literacy Program, which is especially for adult education, and that is in line of national education policy. Right. Next. Just a minute. ये माउस नहीं स्क्रॉल करे होने चाहिए. Just wait for 2 minutes. It is being arranged. So, what is the objective of the New India Literacy Program? To impact not only foundational literacy and numeracy, but also to cover other components which are necessarily for citizen of the 21st century. Right. So this will ensure numeracy and foundational literacy for the adults. Right. Foundational literacy and numeracy, that is understanding of numbers and reading and writing and basic arithmetic. Other components include critical life skill including financial literacy, digital literacy, commercial literacy, sorry, healthcare education, healthcare and awareness, uh, childcare education, family welfare. All these things will be covered. Vocational skill development with view towards obtaining local employment, basic education, that is preparatory, middle, and secondary stage equivalency. Continuing education including engaging holistic adult education course in arts, science, technology, culture, sports, recreation, as well as other topics of interest. Right. So, as I have said, New India Literacy Program. This is for adult education. This will help in developing critical life skills. That is financial literacy. Now, government is pushing various financial measure, and everything is getting digitized. Right. Everybody is using phone pay. Everybody is using Google Pay and on internet transactions. That's why, and government has ensured bank account under Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana to everybody. So digital literacy is highly essential. Commercial literacy and financial literacy, these are and health, these are essential for to start some small scale businesses, right? To that under Mudra Yojana, right? Mudra Yojana is there to develop MSME sector, that is medium scale and small scale industries, and that is in line with our skill India development. If people are getting skilled, then they will ensure they need to work for they need to they will establish some business and business farms, and for that they need these financial skills and commercial skills. Healthcare and awareness, these are very important so far as malnutrition and healthcare system, or the condition of healthcare system in rural area is concerned, right? How to major problem of malnutrition and stunting or wasting, all these things are is one of the major component is lack of awareness, what to eat, how much to eat, and how it is, why it is essential to eat properly. These skills need to be introduced in the adults so that their children do not suffer because of it. Then vocational skill development with view towards obtaining local employment. This vocational skill development, various skills like welding or similar something skills or crafting, these things they will ensure local employment or rural employment, and these things will be synced to our Mudra Yojana, right? So that if a particular person having a particular skill want to invest in certain small scale industries, they can invest. This new India literacy program also ensure basic education, that including preparatory, middle, and secondary stage education. Basic education, including preparatory, middle, and secondary stage education, so that because this will lead to holistic development of the person. Continuing education, including engaging holistic adult education courses in arts, science, technology, culture, sports, and recreation. So in every dimension, we see that this program is promoting the adult education in every dimension, like art, science, technology, culture, sports, and recreation. Right? As well as topics of interest and use of local learners are more advanced material and critical life skills. And critical life skill will help you in our lifestyle. That will be also imparted by New India Literacy Program. And how is the scheme be implemented? The scheme will be implemented through volunteerism, through online mode. The training, orientation, and workshops of volunteers may be organized through face-to-face mode. All material and resources shall be provided digitally. Right? This will be implemented through volunteerism and through online mode. Right? This will provide online education by online mode. Volunteers will teach the adults. And school will be unit of implementation of the schemes. School is to use for conducting surveys and beneficiaries of voluntary teachers. Those who are interested to teach under this program, they will be welcome and they will teach the adults via digital method. Now, who will be covered under the scheme? No literates of the age of 15 years or above. No non-literates. Literates, those who have no, do not have literacy. Literacy means a person must know how to read and write. And those who are non-literates and having age 15 years or more in all states and union territories will be covered under the scheme. The target is 5 crore learners and 1 crore per year by using online teaching. 5 crore for the target is 5 crore learners and 1 crore per year. This is the target. This number of adult people will be, they will be enrolled in online teaching. Like learning and assessment system, online learning and assessment system, that is OTLS, in collaboration with National Information Center, NCRT and NIOS, this will be developed. So here we have to remember that this will be implemented through volunteerism. Those teachers who are interested to teach voluntarily, they will be enrolled. And next thing is that those people who are non-literate and having an age above 15 years, and in all the states and UTs, they are covered on the scheme, and the government have a target to teach at least 1 crore people per year using online teaching, right? This will this will be held in collaboration with NIOS and NCRT. And why such scheme is needed? As per Census 2021, the absolute number of non-literates in the country is in 15 years and above age group is 25.76 crore. Around men 25.76 crore. We out of which male are of 9.08 crore and female are 16 crore, right? Out of which this program in the next 5 years want to cover at least 5 crore people. Also, consideration of the progress of persons certified as literates to the tune of 7.6 crore under Sarkar Bharat program implemented during 2009 to 2017-18. It is estimated that currently around 18 crore adults are in non-literate in India. Around 18 crore adults are non-literate in India. So government want to promote. The government want to promote higher adult education, um, and it aims to cover at least 5 crore people in the next 5 years. That is around in 2016-17 year. At least 5 crore people among the adults must have been educated, must will be educated, right? Next, other initiatives taken in this direction: National Skill Development Corporation (NSDC). It aims to promote skill development by catalyzing uh, creation of large quality and for profit vocational educations. It acts as a catalyst in skill development by providing funding enterprise companies organization that provide skill training, right? So another thing that is associated with digital literacy, associated with adult literacy, is skill development. That is under NSDC. This provides various funding to various organizations, enterprise to provide skill training. Right, that is the job of NSDC. Next, Digital India program. That is basically Digital India program. This will ensure it will pull together many existing schemes, restructuring, reposing them, and then implementing them in synchronized manner. Pradhan Mantri Gram Digital Saksharata Abhiyan is one of the largest initiatives in the country to target making students digitally literate. So, as we have discussed, that one of the part um, of the scheme is development of digital literacy, financial literacy, and life skills in the adult education scheme. Digital India will be synchronized with all these type of schemes, and together they will focus development of digital literacy among the adults. Then National Digital Literacy Mission. It aims to empower at least one person in the household with crucial digital literacy skills by 2022. That is National Digital Literacy Mission, right? that will ensure digital literacy at least one person in a household. Then Samagra Shiksha, for example, we are now facing many multiple problems regarding financial frauds, right? These things can be caught by financial literacy. Many people need to be taught that such I mean they should not go and search on unidentified websites or in those websites which are not genuine, and such type of digital literacy are essential because digital crime is increasing. And National Digital Literacy Mission, then Samagra Shiksha, it is an integrated scheme for school education extending from preschool to 12th class to ensure inclusive and equitable quality education all at all levels of the school education. Samagra Shiksha, this will ensure inclusive means every section of the society must be included, and equitable quality education, that means every person of the society, every children must get equal opportunity for development of their education standards. That is the scheme is Samagra Shiksha. So we have National Skill Development Corporation and SDC, and you have Digital India Program, we have National Digital Literacy Mission, and scheme, Samagra Shiksha. The scheme Samagra Shiksha that will ensure inclusive and equitable quality education among the school children. So these all the schemes will be synchronized with the adult education scheme, and that will help India to achieve at least the educate at least 5 crore people in next 5 years, especially those who are adults and are non-literate. So there is a need for real emancipation of people. Education system across the world should provide training required for the children and working adults so that they can learn to read and write. National education plan should include schooling for children and literacy training for adults and as parallel elements. Both things are important, right? Training of adults and training of children both are important because those people who are because of his serious historical background, because of poverty, because of socio-economic conditions, are unable to get those educational unable to get those educational qualifications. Now they have opportunity to get it, right? So New India literacy program is most important so far as adult education is concerned, and this is the holistic scheme that will work for adult education, that is New India literacy program. Next, international topic is related to international relation. That is, today we will discuss about OIC, right? Organization of Islamic Corporation and India. Organization of Islamic Corporation of India. India has lashed out on Islamic Corporation for being communal minded and under the Karnataka hijab law. Currently, there is a hijab law, right? What is that we have already discussed that issue. That it is an issue between the fundamental rights. There is conflict among the fundamental rights, right? So, whether hijab is essential practice of Islamic religion or not, that is now in sub judice, that is discussed, that is in debate in the court. And there are two issues. Some students want hijab and also to go inside the college. But the college authorities are saying that only those people who only they cannot wear hijab, and they are forced to wear the college uniforms, right? So this is the issue, and and India has lashed out on OIC because they have supported this Karnataka hijab issue in Karnataka, and they have support and reiterated that Islam is a necessary that hijab is necessary so far as Muslim religion is concerned. It is one of the fundamental right under Article 25, 26, right? That's why that's why government should not ban any such or that school authorities should not ban them so far as hijab is concerned. Organization for the Islamic Cooperation (OIC) has called the United Nations Human Rights Council to take necessary measure on the issue of Muslim girl students being told not to wear hijab in Kannada schools. The OIC also urged India to ensure safety, security, and well-being of Muslim community while protecting their way of life. So these are the two mm, uh, These are two issues OIC has approached the United Nations and also approached India to ensure safety, security, and well-being of Muslim community while protecting their way of life. Way of life here they are saying here according to the Muslims it is their way of life and should not be violated. Right? Hijab should be given. Uh, Hijab should be accepted as it's a religious practice of the Muslims. India's response: India held that it is a democracy and issues in the country are resolved in accordance with the constitutional framework and mechanism, as well as democratic ethos and polity. For example, India criticized OIC for being communal minded and hijacked by vested interest, a thinly veiled reference to Pakistan, right? So India has criticized the stand of OIC and said that it is a democracy and we have our constitutional framework. So the hence indirectly it is saying that the judges will decide whether it is an essential practice of Islam or not. Accordingly, the decision will be taken. It is an internal matter and they should not introduce say they should not interfere too much into it, and there is no such human rights violations so far as hijab is concerned. What is OIC? Organization of Islamic Cooperation. What is OIC? The OIC is the second largest intergovernmental organization after the United Nations with membership of 57 states. Remember, OIC has membership of 57 states. Organization of Islamic Cooperation. It is a collective voice of Muslim world. This endeavors to safeguard and protect the interest of Muslims. Right. This endeavor to safeguard the interest of the Muslims. Muslim world in the spirit of promoting international peace and harmony among various people in the world. That is in promoting peace and international harmony among various people of the world. The Organization of Islamic Conference was established by Past Islamic Summit Conference held in Morocco 1969. Remember, in Morocco 1969, OIC has established Marshal of the Islamic world after an act of arson all Aqsam mosques in Jerusalem. 20 years old Australian in 1969. Its headquarters is at Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. This is the headquarters of AOIC, where it has 57 members. It is the second largest organization of the United Nations. It raises the voice of collectively the raises the collective voice of Muslim world. And what is the status of India's relations with OAC? As a country in the world's second largest Muslim community, India has been invited to founding conference of at Rabat in 1969, but it was humiliatingly ejected at Pakistan's behest. India stayed away because of multiplicity of reasons. It didn't want just to join an organization founded on a religion, right? Just because it was founded on a religion, that's why India didn't join. There's a risk of improving bilateral relations with individual member states. Risk of improving bilateral relations with individual member states would come under pressure in the grouping, especially on the issues such as Kashmir. At 45th Nation of Foreign Minister Summit 2018, Bangladesh as a host suggested India, where more than 10% of world Muslim live, should be given observer status, but Pakistan opposed the proposal. After building the ties with powerful members such as UAE and Saudi Arabia, India has been confident of riding over any statement by the grouping. Right. So here is the relationship status. India has offered a founding membership, but India didn't join because it's the organization OIC is based on religion and India is a secular country. Second thing is that it will come pressure in Pakistan in Kashmir issue, and another important thing is that Bangladesh has suggested India to be observer status, but Pakistan has opposed this proposal. As India has good relationship with UAE and Saudi Arabia, then that's why India is confident to overcome any such issue, any such issues in the OIC, and then because they are very powerful members. Saudi Arabia is also a ally of United Nations. India has consistently underlined the JNK as an integral part of India, and it is a matter of internal to India, and the OIC has no local standing on the issue. Remember, OIC has not cleared the matter anything, but India always reiterated that it is Kashmir is the integral part of India. In 2019, India has made an appearance in the OIC Foreign Minister meeting, the guest of honor. The first time invitation was seen as a diplomatic victory for India, especially at a time of heightened incident in India following the Pakistan attack. So here, India joined as guest of honor in 2009 to the OIC. Next topic is biodiversity. World Sustainable Development Summit 2022. What is sustainable development? That is development in associated with the harmony with the environment. Gandhi has said that the way Western lifestyle is there, if you adopt those lifestyles, then we need 9 more hours to fulfill our need of resources. That's why we have to make our developments. This shows that how severe it is and how our lifestyle will how our excessive use of material goods and resources is very dangerous to the earth. Right. In Brundtland report, the report name is Brundtland report, the concept about sustainable development has come, and sustainable development means development with harmony with the environment or nature. What is World Sustainable Development Summit? Recently, Prime Minister has addressed the Energy and Resources Institute, Delhi World Sustainable Development Summit. The World Sustainable Development Summit, WSDS, is an annual flagship event of Delhi. It was earlier known as Delhi Sustainable Development Summit, instituted in 200. It is only summit on the global issues taking place in the developing world. So, World Sustainable Development Summit is an annual flagship of event of Delhi, right? TERI. It is known as Delhi Sustainable Development Summit. It is the only summit on global issues taking place in developing world. So, World Sustainable Development Summit 2022. It is it is addressed. It is established by, or it is started by the Energy and Resources Institute. The Energy and Resources Institute, that is theory on world sustainable development. Though what is the objective of this program? This it has been conceptualized as a single platform to accelerate the action towards sustainable development and climate change to address the problems. Now, one of the greatest problem of world is climate change, and there are many the countries which are especially the island countries will suffer a lot because of flood, right? So that's why, and that will be induced by climate change. So sustainable development and the issues like sustainable development and climate change has been taken into consideration, and it has been and the program has been conceptualized in a single platform. It aims to bring together global leaders and thinkers in the field of sustainable development, energy, environment sectors on a common platform. There it is a non-profit research institute It conducts research work in the field of energy, environment, sustainable development for India and the global south. There is a non-profit research institute. Non-profit research institute. Research work on field of energy, environment, sustainable development, and global south. It was established in 1974 as Tata Energy Research Institute. Tata Energy Research Institute to Energy Research Institute in 2003. What is India's stand at the summit? India has fulfilled the commitments by ensuring equitable energy access to the poor and remains cornerstone of its environmental policy. It has Ujjwala Yojana, which has provided 9 crore households getting clean cooking fuel that will reduce the household pollution in various in households, and that has Ujjwala Yojana, in which gas cylinders are provided to the poorest people of the society. Then farmers are being encouraged to set up solar panels under PM Kusum scheme, right? PM Ujjwala Yojana scheme and PM Kusum scheme. Thus will ensure solar panel scheme where farmers could use and sell surplus power to the grid, which would promote sustainable development and equity. Next, what are the various steps taken by government? Government is aggressively development the solar power, wind power, and other renewable energies to counter the issue of energy scarcity. Then reducing emission. Discussed in the LED bulbs distribution scheme, that has been running for over 7 years and has reportedly saved close to 220 billion of units electricity. So to reduce the emissions through development energy efficiency, the LED bulb distribution scheme, Ujala. See, there are two schemes. One is Ujjwala, that is distribution of gas cylinders, and there is Ujjala, that is distribution of LED bulbs. This has been running for over 7 years. That reportedly saved close to 220 billion units of electricity and prevented 180 billion tons of carbon dioxide emission. Right, LED bulbs. This has prevented 180 billion tons of carbon dioxide emission per year. The National Hydrogen Mission aims to tap to green hydrogen, and it was up to the academic research institutes such as TERI to come up and scalable solutions, right? Tap to green hydrogen, right? So here we discuss reduce how to reduce emissions by Ujjwala schemes and to tap the green hydrogen, which will reduce by which we will get energy, but there will be no carbon emissions. Then the Ramsar sites. What are the Ramsar sites? These are mentioned in international recognition of India's efforts in international IUCN. This was efforts by IUCN India, and having 49 Ramsar sites were spread over more than 1 million hectares in India. It's a mega diverse country with 2.4 of world's land area, and India accounts nearly 8% of world species. So it's a highly diverse country, and there are 49 Ramsar sites. There is tourism of sorry, the restoration of degraded land. By various methods, we can ensure sustainable development by reducing the air pollution, by reducing the water pollution, and by uh, preserving of national lakes, preserving of the aquatic environment like Ramsar sites, and also restoration of degraded land. Right, land degradation is also a major problem so far as sustainable development is concerned, and this is one of our program that will ensure that degraded land will are restored. Restoring degraded land has been main focus since 2015, and more than 11.5 million hectares have been restored. 11.5 hectares of degraded land has been restored. 11.5 million hectares of degraded land has been restored since 2005. India is on the track to achieve national commitment of land degradation neutrality under one challenge. On the track to achieve the national commitment of land degradation neutrality under one challenge. India firmly believes in fulfilling all the commitments made under UNFCCC, right? That UNFCCC, that is starting from the Paris Climate Deal to Glasgow Summit, right? And the ambitions that are raised in 2026 in the Glasgow Summit, India announced to reach carbon neutrality by 2070. Neutrality by 2070, right? India has made a very ambitious program in the Glasgow Summit, the Climate Summit. Coordinated action. Sustainability requires coordinated action for the global commons. India efforts to have recognized the interdependence. And global common means those, for example, those are those who, which those commons. For example, your sun, that is a global common. Everybody is using it. Everybody is affected by the Amazon rainforest. So we can understand that is a global common. Those are those whose relevance lies in the whole world. India's efforts have recognized their interdependence through the International Solar Alliance. India aim is one sun, one world, one grid. The world must work towards ensuring availability of clean energy from worldwide grid everywhere at all times. This is the whole world approach that India values stand for. It also allows the countries to act on the basis of globally agreed rules, taking into accountable the principle of equity, common but differentiated responsibilities. What do you mean by common and differentiated responsibilities? That means developing country, as they have that they lack resources, they will provide small amount of resources, and the developed countries, as they are the ones who are responsible for climate change. They have to contribute more as compared to the developing country. They will provide funds and they will provide the developed technology that will to the developing countries so that they will be able to reduce their carbon emissions. So this is common but differential responsibilities. These are started on Kyoto Protocol, right? And another thing is India International Solar Alliance to develop the solar power. India has achieved the solar target. India is the only country which has achieved the commitment it has made in Paris Climate Deal. One sun, one world, one grid. This will ensure the technology transfer and development of research and development to reduce the prices of solar energy, right? So the world must work to ensure availability of clean energy from worldwide grid everywhere all the times. The Paris Agreement goals cannot reach unless equity implemented by all countries staying within their fair share of global carbon budget. Then infrastructure resilient island states. The Coalition for Disaster Resilient Infrastructure (CDRI), Coalition for Disaster Resilient Infrastructure (CDRI) aims to build strong infrastructure in areas prone to frequent natural disasters. On the sidelines of COP26, India has launched initiative called as Infrastructure for Resilient Island States. India has Andaman Nicobar and their island states. So India has launched infrastructure for resilient island states. The island developing states that are most valuable and hence need urgent protection. Lost life. Life is about making lifestyle. Life is about making lifestyle to improve our planet. Life will be coalition for like-minded people across the world to promote sustainable lifestyle. To promote sustainable life, what do you mean by sustainable lifestyle? For example, you will reduce. You will not switch up or switch on your life light and go away. You will not consume extra water while for washing of your car. So this is a sustainable lifestyle by which will reduce less energy. Will be more energy efficient. Will consume less material goods, that is sustainable lifestyle, and life will promote that. There will be they will call three P's: pro planet people, right? Pro planet people is this is global movement, that is coalition for life. So our development, our lifestyle should be such that environment will not be hampered because of this. Then what is sustainable development and what is climate change? Sustainable development is the development that meets the need of present without compromising the ability of future generation. So we have to meet our needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet our own needs. The most widely accepted definition of sustainable development as given by Brundtland Commission. Remember this Brundtland Commission that has given the concept of sustainable development. Our common future. The report is our common future. Sustainable development goals are global effort that are the one major objective, that is achieving a better future for all. So this is basic, especially we have to preserve our environment, we have to preserve our natural resources for the future generation as well. Then what is the climate change? Climate change is a long term change in the average weather patterns that have come to define Earth's local, regional, and global climates. It's a long-term change in average weather patterns. Long-term change in the weather is called as climate change, right? Climate data provides us evidence of climate change. Key indicators such as global land and ocean temperature increases, rise of sea levels, ice loss in the poles, mountain glaciers, the melting of mountain glaciers, frequency and severity of changes in the extreme weather like hurricanes, heat waves, wildfire, droughts, floods, precipitation, online unseasonal rain, all have increased in the last few decades, and that we ensure we understand there is something called as climate change that is affecting our life severely and gradually and slowly. So this is what we will understand from climate change and sustainable development. So now we'll see some objective questions. Because engine, it is a family of liquid fuel rocket engine. Liquid fuel rocket engine, yes, it is a because engine, liquid fuel rocket engine. So because it's family fuel rocket engine and it is used to power the second stage of GSLV Mark 1 and GSLV Mark 2. This is basically Vikas engine. What is the function of Vikas engine? Vikas engine, it is used both in GSLV and also in PSLV, right? Basically, what it does, it increases the payload. For example, the limit of GSLV, suppose for the limit, it can take suppose 2500 kg to geosynchronous orbit. Then by Vikas, we can increase the payload of a particular satellite launch vehicle. So it can take a higher load to the geostationary orbit or geosynchronous orbit or the low Earth orbit, right? So basically, Vikas engine increases the payload capacity of a particular launch vehicle. Consider the following statements about Artemis program. What is this Artemis program? It is first option is it is NASA's next mission to moon. Yes, it is going to launch a mission in Artemis 2 in 2023 and Artemis 3 in 2024. Right, so it is next mission to moon. It is an uncrewed traced flight and space shuttle Columbia. So no, second option is wrong. And this is NASA. This is programmed by NASA, and there are Artemis 1, Artemis 2, Artemis 3. These are various programs. This is not uncrewed, right? There will be some members that will go to the moon. So only option 1 is right. And consider the following statements about India Renewable Energy Development Agency Limited. Following statements: it is a Maharatna of Indian enterprise. Maharatna enterprise in about India's Renewable Energy Development Agency. No, it is a Maharatna. It is not a Maharatna. It is a Mini Ratna company, right? Which is a public sector, and it works under the administrative control Ministry of New and Renewable Energy. Second option is right. So option B is right. It is not a Maharatna. It's a Mini Ratna company, right? That is Indian Renewable Energy Development Limited. Consider the following statements regarding Geological Survey of India. Geological Survey of India. It functions on Ministry of Earth Sciences. No. Geological Survey of India. It functions on the Ministry of Mines. Currently it is under Ministry of Mines. So first statement is wrong. It creates A updates on national geoscientific data and carries out mineral resource assessment. Second option is right. So only two options are, that is B option is the right answer. Now consider the following statements regarding black carbon. Statements regarding black carbon. Black carbon is a form of particulate air pollutant produced from incomplete combustion. Produced from incomplete combustion, black carbon stays in the atmosphere for several months to years. No, black carbon doesn't stay for several months. It stays for limited time. It's for short period. That's why this is second option is second statement is wrong. Black carbon is the strongest absorber of sunlight and heats the air directly. It is true. So one and three options are true. But black carbon, remember, black carbon doesn't stay for months. It is for limited time. So this is for today. Like this video, share this video, and encourage us to continue this program. Thank you.